Hello and welcome to Backstage Nonsense. I am Rusbe.
And I am Ritika.
And today we are going to bring to you someone who has been very instrumental in bringing Indian music shows to Auckland, or doing those shows in Auckland, because we've got the backbone of these shows.
Absolutely. The backbone of these shows from a music standpoint. Hemant ji, welcome.
Hi.
Hemant Thaker, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Hello guys.
So, Hemant ji, we want to start, any show in Auckland that's happening, one name that is common over there is Mr. Hemant Thaker. How did this all begin for you?
लंबी story है. It's a long story.
Yeah.
Should I say in Hindi?
We have a lot of time.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
हाँ,
I'll mix
इसको
English
subtitle
Hindi.
डालना पड़ेगा आपको, no problem.
No, it's a long story. Starting कहाँ से शुरू करूँ? मेरी बैक जर्नी इंडिया से शुरू करूँ?
नहीं, पहले आप यहाँ पे कैसे वो हुए, वो वाली स्टोरी बताइए हमें.
वो तो सबसे पहले थैंक गॉड कि संध्या जी ने मुझे स्पॉट किया एक्चुअली. एंड आई थिंक 2004 में कुछ अंताक्षरी शूट हो रहा था यहाँ पे.
Okay.
And Sandhya ji was one of the judges in the elimination round, and it happened in Dominion, Nazareth Church. This shoot was going on, and there was all the churches have piano. So I thought I was just sitting there, I just playing something or the other. So when singer comes, singing, so I have to play. And suddenly one fine day I get a call from Sandhya ji, says, we are doing a show, and we want you to play keyboards. I said, look, have you got the wrong number? I said, I've never played keyboards in my life. I mean, back home in India, I used to play only Garba Dandiya, which is, 10 days in Navratri.
Yeah.
And I always say that Garba is, it's a distortion. And it's what you call, not distortion, but 1,000 mistakes you make in the Garba, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Because everyone's dancing.
Yeah. So it's a dance-related show.
Yeah.
So I said, look, I have not played. I know all the songs, let's say from KL Cycle All. I've heard everything. It's there in memory, but I've never played the PE system, what you call. And she was nice. No, ho jayega, aap karo. And I was getting a bit angry, that who is this lady, and कि मैं पीछे पड़ गई है यार. So then my wife asked me, कि put on hold and कौन है? तो मैं बोला somebody called Sandhya Rao is on the phone and she wants me to play keyboards in the show. तो मैं बोला तो बोले कि ऐसा मत कर. Don't say because she has called, तो have some respect. उनको बोलो कि गाने अगर आपके रेडी हैं तो गाने मुझे दो. I'll try. मेरे से हुआ तो मैं करूँगा, otherwise say no. मैं ठीक है. तो मैं संध्या जी को बोला कि संध्या जी ऐसा है, अगर आपके गाने रेडी है तो कुछ 7-8 गाने मुझे दे दो. I'll try to prepare. तो उन्होंने हाँ ठीक है, फिर कैसेट में मुझे दिए वो गाने.
अच्छा, कैसेट in my Walkman happening, okay? Yeah.
So मैंने सुने तो गाने थे आएगा आने वाला, कहीं दीप जले कहीं दिल, and all this. मैंने उधर ही बोला ये मेरे से नहीं होगा, But then I said let's try, तो मैंने शुरू किया. And then I have my own way of writing music, तो मैंने किया. And then things started happening. मैं अरे वाह ये तो हो रहा है यार. तो 10 दिन हो गए तो मेरे 8 गाने हो गए. I was very excited. मैं संध्या जी 9 बजे थे रात के, मतलब मेरा गाने रेडी हो गया. तो हाँ तो आ जाओ. तो मैं गया उनके घर पे और जैसे शुरू किया बजाना, कुछ बजे नहीं, नर्वसनेस, 12:30-1 बजे, बट संध्या जी वॉज वेरी वेरी कीन कि तुम करो मेहनत, हो जाएगा. शी वॉज वेरी वेरी, मतलब क्या बोले ना कि सपोर्टिंग एंड केयरिंग.
जौहरी की नज़र ना वो ऐसा परख लिया था कि भाई ये हीरा है.
वो तो मुझे पता नहीं है अभी. एनीवेज, तो खैर वो शो हो गया. एंड पर्सनली आई थॉट आई कुड हैव डन बेटर, बट ठीक है, जो हुआ वो. And then again, one of the other judges in that elimination round of Antakshari was Arun Khotkar-ji. Okay. So after the show finished immediately, that was in June, I remember 2004. तो उन्होंने बोला कि हेमंत, we are also doing one show on October 1st, और उसमें आप कीबोर्ड बजा रहे हैं. मैं बोला ये क्या हो रहा है, So I was like, you see, you have seen my level ना, तो क्या कर सकता हूँ मैं. बोलते नहीं हो जाएगा. So then June to October था, तो मैंने ये सोचा कि मेरे पास स्किल तो है नहीं वैसे, ठीक है, आई हैव नेवर लर्न, कुछ नहीं हुआ है. तो एक चीज़ मैं कर सकता हूँ जो मेरे कंट्रोल में है, वो है मेहनत.
तो आई वांट टू जस्ट नाउ कट योर स्टोरी हियर एंड आई वांट टू गो बैक. तो आपने पहले यहाँ पे कहा कि स्किल आपके पास नहीं है, आपने यू हैव नेवर लर्नड कीबोर्ड.
आई एम एक्चुअली क्वाइट सरप्राइज्ड टू नो दैट. मुझे ये बात पता नहीं थी आपके बारे में.
तो आपने कभी पढ़ा?
नहीं.
यू हैव नेवर स्टडीड, लाइक यू नेवर लर्नड.
बैक होम आई टेल यू वन वेरी, थोड़ा पीछे जाए तो एक इंसिडेंट हुआ था कि व्हेन माय डैड पास्ड अवे इन 1980, तो वन ऑफ द वेरी फेमस सिंगर्स जो लाइव शोज करते थे वो मेरे पिताजी के बहुत क्लोज फ्रेंड थे. ही टोल्ड कि हेमंत यू प्ले कीबोर्ड्स, यू लर्न कीबोर्ड्स, आई विल पुट यू टू द वन ऑफ द बेस्ट टीचर्स. ठीक है, आप उसके पास सीखो बिकॉज इतना काम है कीबोर्ड में, यू विल मेक ए लाइफ इन दिस. एंड देन ही बोले मेरा भी बैकिंग है तो यू डू दिस. अब घर की वो टाइम पे सिचुएशन ऐसी थी नहीं कि मैं कीबोर्ड बाई कर सकता हूँ ये वो तो मैंने बोला चलो ठीक है मैं करूँगा. तो ही पुट मी टू माई वन एंड ओनली गुरु SM पिल्लाई, चिट्टी पिल्लाई. ही यूज टू प्ले इन मेलोडी मेकर्स, वो सब में बजाते थे, वेरी वेरी फेमस. एंड आई यूज टू ट्रैवल अराउंड 1 hour टू गो फॉर ओनली half an hour classes. आई यूज टू वॉक 15 minutes. सो आई वॉज देयर, बट देन उन्होंने बोला कि यू हैव टू हैव ए इंस्ट्रूमेंट टू प्रैक्टिस इट होम. तो 6 महीने में उनके पास सीखा मैंने. और उनके क्लोज फ्रेंड्स थे जॉनी लीवर, सुदेश भोसले. तो वो चिट्टी साहब की जो एक बार एनिवर्सरी थी तो मुझे भी गया था. तो मैं तो वी हैड लंच डिनर विद लाइक सुदेश भोसले यहाँ पे हैं, जॉन लीवर यहाँ पे हैं, वो मेरे पिताजी के फ्रेंड राजेंद्र गढ़वी वो यहाँ पे हैं और मैं यहाँ पे हूँ. ऐसे हमने खाना खाया सर. सो बट देन चिट्टी सर बिकेम वेरी बिजी, फॉरेन टूर्स ये वो, तो वो फिर ही कैन नॉट टीच मी एंड दैट वाज द एंड ऑफ माय टीचिंग. दैट वाज द ओनली थिंग.
So, was your father also into music? Like,
father, he used to sing. घर में महफिलें करते थे. But my mom, she has a classical background.
Okay.
तो वो ये होता था कि when she was learning throughout, तो घर में हारमोनियम होता था. तो मैं स्कूल से आके बैग फेंक के आया इससे नई चीज़ है ना, छोटे तो क्या है ना, 11-12 ईयर्स का था मैं, तो मैं उसे बजाते रहता था ये वो करके जस्ट आउट ऑफ क्यूरियोसिटी की क्या चीज़ है, साउंड क्या है ना. But in over a period of time, I found that I can play song tunes and all that,
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe.
So you are self-taught. You sat on it and you like.
But I don't know how I acquired that thing, But it happened. So now I can. So understanding the frequency of the sound, basically,
So तभी से लेके from the 2004 incident that you just shared with us, it's commendable like how far you've come since then. Now what we're in 2023. I've heard you play since. Over a decade now, Hemant ji. How has that journey been for you from then till now?
I am also wondering, that how this has passed so fast, But again, you should never forget, the roots. And what I believe is that it's not because of Sandhya ji I'm here, honestly.
Okay.
And see, Sandhya ji herself says, no, it's your hard work and all that. I said, it's fine. I can do hard work, every day in and day out. But what's the point? There are thousands of musicians and singers in India. They do a lot of hard work, but they don't get a chance. So the more important is who is giving you the chance. You should never forget that. You should always have them on high esteem. That's all I've always kept. It's a family for me, since 2005, 17 years. So, we've seen ups and downs. Everything is there, But then, you work as a team, you always have a friction within, But at the end of the day, everybody works to a goal where you do a fantastic show. 3 hours when you're performing, the audience is sitting. They are not worried about all these things, Unless like you're having this podcast, now people would know what's happening actually behind the scene, what are the hard work been put in, and so many things as a big team coming together, and putting up a show which is seamless. And people enjoy and they come back again and again. So,
So I think I want to get into all the nonsense that happens backstage because that's the show, what the show is about, talking about backstage nonsense. But I'm very curious about your Bachpan Ka Din now because I want to go back into that just briefly and I want to understand, growing up, were you like a very naughty child? Were you a very sincere, padhai mein, a very focused child? What were you like? And I have a reason why I'm asking that question to you because I want to understand, but you answer first and then I'll tell you why I'm asking you that.
सच बताना हेमंत जी.
मैं समझने लगा ना सच में जो school days was fine, but then when I came to college, that's where I got exposed to more of this kind of things. तो मतलब naughty तो नहीं था मैं because when I was 17, घर की situation नहीं थी अच्छी. And I was studying in a very, very prestigious college, Mithi Bai College.
Okay.
And so
you studied commerce?
No, science.
Science in Mithi Bai. Okay.
Chemistry majors,
Okay.
But ये हुआ कि जो last 3 degree जो होता है ना जो specialization in chemistry, the last 3 years, we have this chemistry practicals we do in every day, 3 hours, 5 days. And my chemistry partner was, you will not believe, is Ashutosh Gowarikar.
What?
Oh, what?
We were so close. We are still close.
Okay.
So 3 hours we used to do practicals together.
Okay.
Nice.
At that time, he was doing all the English skits and was very famous at the time. College,
Yeah.
you know, was very popular. And so he used to tell us, "Aman, chalo party hai, chalo maze karenge ye wo na sab." But जेब में तो पैसे नहीं है. So I was away from that. Yeah. So even I went लगान के बाद भी I went, you know, I wished him and all that.
अरे वाह.
And this funny thing is that, you know, when you're last year you have this university में enroll करने के लिए exam की fees होती है एक.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the examinations ना. तो I was standing in the queue to fill the fees और वो आया और वो बोल रहा है कि हेमंत बस 20 रुपये कम है तेरे पास? बोला हाँ है ना 20 रुपये. तो मैंने 20 रुपये दिए, आज तक मैंने लिए नहीं उससे, because he will be under me.
always in debt.
Yeah. So then वो time college में फिर वो, you know, he used to play all this, you know, shows करता था, music ये वो.
Yeah.
आदित्य श्रीवास्तव was senior, you know, so सब all film industry काफ़ी लोग थे. रवीना टंडन was the junior, वो सब. And then और हमारे कॉलेज में ये होता था कि लास्ट ईयर में देयर वाज अ टैलेंट कॉन्टेस्ट. तो उसमें पीपल हैव दिस डिफरेंट वॉक्स ऑफ लाइफ में कॉन्टेस्ट में वो पार्ट कर लेते हैं. दिस एलिमिनेशन फॉर दैट.
Okay.
Somehow I was selected because I played keyboard. Nobody was playing keyboards.
So you were playing keyboards from that time?
Yes.
Okay.
I used to do Navratris. I used to hire the keyboard.
Acha.
Hire the keyboard from merchant. Merchant uncle. He was the father of Salim and Suleiman merchant.
Okay.
Oh.
So we used to hire the instruments. So whatever I used to get paid goes into the rent, you know. But it's just a thrill of playing and all that, you know.
Yeah.
So there, you know, somehow when you got the accolades, you know, then I said, yeah, this is good, fine, you know. Then I started playing for garbas and all that because of the limited knowledge how to play and all that, you know. So, so that was the only journey, you know. I mean.
And when did you come to New Zealand?
2002.
2002. So you came here, and then within 2 years, after 2 years, you got into full-fledged music as well.
Yeah.
So now talking about the backstage nonsense that happens here, do you have any stories from any, like, you know, shows that you've done that you want to spill beans on?
17 years, there are 1700 stories.
Rehearsal, shows.
Oh man, it
lots.
is. Yeah, I mean, but I'll say one funny incident. I would say it happened. You know, I was performing in a South Indian show. All the songs are Tamil, Telugu, and all that. Totally. And there were 25 songs. And because we could not understand the language a single word, we prepared well, you know. And then we used to have the list of the songs by numbers.
Right.
Right.
First song, second song, third song, fourth song. The entire comparing is in Tamil. Okay. You don't understand anything.
Oh no.
5 songs finished. And the bass player was a Fijian guy. So we were too close. So, you know, we make sure that it's the same song and all that, you know.
Yeah.
So 5th song finished. People clapped, thunderous applause once more and all that happened, you know. And then the MC came in and he started announcing, you know, something in Tamil and all that. And then we got the cue, okay, now we have to start. So in the 6th song, there was a big intro piece. I started playing the intro piece. The rhythm was supposed to start, nobody started. I'm playing alone.
Okay.
And it's house full, so I said, oh, I made a big mistake. Now what's happened? I don't know what happened. And then there was utter silence, you know, for a moment. And the MC came. He just stood on a keyboard, leaning like this. He said, this guy is a Gujarati guy, he says to the audience, you know.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what is happening here. He only knows the music, right? And then he turns to me and says, you know, it was once more of the 5th song.
Oh.
And you played the 6th song, you know. That's why nobody was accompanying you. I thought, okay, thank God, you know, yeah.
Oh my God.
So then I said, no. If I'm playing any other language shows, I have to prepare properly, you know. So that was very funny. Yeah.
So you learn language also now then for that?
No, not language, but just a few words, you know, like, you know.
Right. Okay.
Here and there.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah.
Oh, that's so interesting, yeah.
And a lot of things happens behind the rehearsals also, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
So, I mean, so people want to, when the audience comes in, they see everything seamless.
Yeah.
But it is not, trust me.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things
Actually,
going on.
I want to talk to you about how do you get into the process of because you are an integral part, right, for the show. You've been here for a very long time. How does it all start from once you get a list of songs? Can you explain the process to us? Like, do you get the list of songs?
I
and
can
what do you
explain
do?
the process, but it's different for everybody actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody has a way of preparation. But what I think is over a period of years, my role basically is to any musicians, this role is to support the singer actually.
Right.
So singer should be comfortable. So you get the proper cue to the singer, so singer can pick it up from with confidence and all that. So the songs are made in such a way. So I make sure that everything which is played in this song. If we have acoustic instruments like flute, that's fine. I don't prepare flute piece, but here we don't have that luxury. So most of the workload comes more where we have to play all the instruments, sitars, all the instruments, acoustic instruments played in this song. I have to play that. Along with that, I have to play the backing lines to support the singers and all that.
Right.
So then you have to plan that okay, in a day I'm going to do 4 songs.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have to plan it out. And my wife Parul, she's my manager, I would say. I mean, she's everything for me.
Okay.
From the rehearsal dates till making rehearsal dates and then making my schedule.
Yeah, because
So-
you are not on any social media, right?
No.
That's what
No, I am, but not that active actually.
You-
I am on Facebook, yeah.
you are on Facebook, but you're not on WhatsApp.
No, because I don't carry mobile phones.
No phone. Yes,
No, he
yes,
doesn't
that's I
carry a
knew
mobile
something.
phone.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
never.
So no mobile phones.
No, but I do when there is last year was very very busy. So a lot of groups, we have musician groups and organizers groups and all that, and we get some important messages. So then I do used to keep some times,
Okay.
and because I have to reply and all that. So then I do that. I know how to operate mobile phones and all that, but
Yeah, yeah.
it's been habits I'm not used to. So why now,
That's so cool, yeah. No mobile.
Yeah.
I can't imagine my
Yeah,
life without.
no, he
But
doesn't.
that's where you get so much time to be creative, na?
Yeah.
Because otherwise we are using mobile and we are going
Constantly
on
on
reels.
it.
3
Yeah,
hours reels
exactly.
gone.
But but because of this thing, I even changed my job to accommodate time to give to music also.
I was going to ask you that because you have mentioned the hard work, the amount of time that goes into preparing songs. You work full time and then you've got a number
Yeah.
of shows lined up. How do you
Yeah.
manage between the two?
I don't know. The only thing is because for all these things you need time.
Yeah.
So my job allows me to, we come home at 4 o'clock, I come at 4. So then, like in summer, when we Mumbaikars, we never sleep till 12, 1, So you have got another 8 to 9 hours.
A full day.
So of that, I have to spare around 3 hours to do my things.
Okay.
So I think that I would say there's sufficient time and I'm used to it now. So,
So 3 hours every day you put in.
yeah, you have to put
practice.
In. You have to put in.
Wow.
Because see, no matter how far you reach, how good you are, practice, you have to practice. There's one incident I will tell of Bade Ghulam Ali Khan Sahab. It's very, very important for every musician, I would say.
Yeah.
He was the god, they say, And somebody asked him, Ustad ji, आप तो इतने माहिर हो, आप रोज 16 घंटा प्रैक्टिस करते हैं, आपको क्या ज़रूरत है? इतना कुछ आता है, why you want to practice 16 hours a day, you can do so many other things. तो उन्होंने क्या कहा पता है? बोल रहे कि देखो मैं एक दिन नहीं गाऊंगा ना, तो मुझे फील होगा कि यार नेक्स्ट दिन कुछ गड़बड़ हो रहा है, कुछ मज़ा नहीं आ रहा है. अगर मैं 2 दिन परफॉर्म नहीं करूँगा तो मेरे आसपास के लोग हैं ना, उनको पता चलेगा कि बड़े गुलाम अली खान में कुछ गड़बड़ है. तीसरे दिन नहीं करूँगा ना तो दुनिया को पता चल जाएगा. अब वो ऐसा सोचते हैं तो क्या हम 3 घंटे निकाल सकते ना यार?
Yeah, true.
आप 1 घंटा कम सो जाओ, कोई मरने वाला नहीं है, बट देन इफ़ यू हैव कमिटेड देन गिव यू 110%. That's the thing.
Agree.
Wow, yeah. Like I used to always think, I follow Sachin Tendulkar, and Sachin Tendulkar, when he was playing in his years, he used to have that much commitment where he used to practice every day nets mein jaake.
Yeah.
And listening to you also feels like you're doing your net practice every day.
करना पड़ेगा यार,
which
मतलब.
is-
So otherwise see, when you go on a stage, लोग देख रहे हैं आपको, ठीक है, आपका एक रोल है. All the musicians have a role.
Yeah.
Yes.
किसी की डिग्री वेरी होती है, शायद मेरा काम ज़्यादा होगा लेकिन गिटार का शायद कम होगा, वो तो ढोलक तबला कम होगा, बट एवरीबडी इज सच एन इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट.
Yeah.
इट्स नॉट अबाउट मी है ना, सब लोग का रोल है वो.
Yeah.
कहीं पे अगर मैं इल प्रिपेयर्ड हूँ, मैंने प्रिपेयर नहीं किया, फर्स्ट थिंग इज आई लैक कॉन्फिडेंस, ठीक है, तो उसमें मेरी गलतियाँ होंगी, बहुत होंगी. अल्टीमेटली जो पैसा दे के खर्च करके आ रहा है देखने के लिए, आई मीन इट्स नॉट अनफेयर, मतलब इट्स नॉट फेयर ऑन देम,
Correct.
कि
Yeah.
तो वो एंगल से भी यू हैव टू मेक श्योर कि यू डिलीवर. सेकेंड थिंग, यू और योर सेल्फ डोंट वांट टू बी ए फूल ऑन द स्टेज.
Yes.
Yes.
So वो भी है. So there are a lot of things which motivates you to just do it. Okay. एक गाने में ज़्यादा काम है, सब कुछ आप प्रिपेयर कर लो. अगर नहीं बजा तो that's a different thing. But you have to prepare.
Yeah.
So you have to give that.
Any incidents, any funny incidents where there's been blunder on stage?
अरे वो तो अरे आज भी होता है यार. क्या बात? आज भी होता है.
Hemant ji has a treasure chest of this.
Anything? I remember one blunder. Okay, I'll tell you my blunder that I had done. So I was hosting the show, and Hemant Thaker ji was there, and I had to go and introduce, I think, Hemant Shirsad. But I went and introduced Vidya TK. and that was, and Meko, I remember his expression. He's like, क्या कर रहा है? Change करना पड़ेगा गाना. But any other blunders that you...
Blunders होते रहते हैं इस शो में, honestly speaking, because what you see is that 3 hours when you like drama.
Yeah.
एक बार curtain खुल गया, then you have to deliver for 3 hours.
Yes.
You know, you have to improvise. गलती हो गया, वो तो होता ही है. You can't, you know. So how you find वो करते हो, that's fine. क्या बोलते हैं, cover up करते हो.
हाँ.
यहाँ पे मेरे साथ क्या होता है कि जनरली यू नो व्हेन यू प्रिपेयर ए सॉन्ग यू प्रिपेयर ऑन अ पर्टिकुलर स्केल. ठीक है. अब वो स्केल तो दैट सॉन्ग सपोज रिपीट होता है ना एक शो में. दैट सिंगर सिंग्स ऑन अ डिफरेंट स्केल. सो मेरे जो नोट्स है उसमें मेरा वो स्क्रैच होता है. यू नो आई जस्ट पुट ऑन अगेन द न्यू स्केल. तो यू नो आई कीप ऑन चेंजिंग जैसे गाने होते हैं. एंड नाउ लकीली यू नो इतने साल से बजा के देयर आर क्वाइट अ फ्यू सॉन्ग्स इन द बैंक.
Yeah.
So वो ना रिपीट वैल्यू है, रिपीट निकाला तो देन ओके फाइन वी प्रिपेयर. स्केल कम्स लेटर ऑन. बट क्या होता है कि व्हेन यू सो व्हाट आई डू इज कि हमारे में एक टेक्निकल चीज़ है कि यू नो आई एम प्लेइंग ऑन अ सर्टेन note for like let's say from here. I am used to playing from that note. Somebody does here and there, I can transpose and again make that scale, but I play from my own scale. So I put the values up and down on my keyboard. Okay. Now sometimes what happens, बहुत बार हुआ ऐसा, and तो वो जो scale जो है वो change नहीं होता है वहाँ पे, and I am playing actually on original scale. And then I play, तो you know most my colleague Claude always says, scale check karo, scale check karo, scale check karo. So you know, so yeah, he's my fellow keyboardist. He's a fantastic guy and very learned and yeah, very close friend.
Yeah, we
great keyboardist. So you know, I mean, so he always points me, you know, this is to always you do, you know, check the scale, check the scale. So ये होते रहता है, you know, this is very embarrassing.
Does this happen, like, you know, because I know you have to be part of rehearsals also, and there's a lot of commitment at rehearsals as well. Does that happen ever where rehearsal mein there's a singer who's singing on a particular scale or what, I don't know the technical terms, but yeah, talking they're singing they're singing on a particular scale, and in show they go completely different scale, like has that
see hota hai na, bahut hota hai.
Without taking names.
No, ठीक है.
We want names, yeah.
No.
There is a very interesting story.
आप बोल दो.
No. This is your.
No. ठीक है. No, नहीं होता है. Because see, one thing also people have to understand that when you compare musicians back home, when they do live shows, they are all experts. There's a full-time profession.
That's full time.
And they are learned, so they know everything. And वहाँ पे you have all the acoustic instruments. So you know, every individual's work is very less actually.
Right.
एक गाने में फ्लूट पीस कम होता है, गिटार पीस कम होता है, सितार पीस कम होता है. All are there, so they are relaxed.
Yeah.
But when it comes all into one keyboard, then it's a double thing. हाँ. So क्या बोल रहा था मैं?
तो कोई blunders ऐसा मतलब scale वाला
You were talking about a scale blunder on stage.
So I was going a little back. तो वहाँ पे they have perfection. But यहाँ पे न्यूजीलैंड में you cannot find that quality of musicians because अगर वो quality होती तो वो यहाँ ही नहीं होते. वो वहीं होते.
True.
So we have to understand that यहाँ पे 19-20 होगा ही.
Yeah.
So all singers से लेके musicians, you will find that you know they are not that experts. संध्या जी की बात अलग है.
But वो लोग they are doing it part time, ना? It's something that they are following their passion.
No, but I would say it's not an excuse. But you know the level of musicians, singers is tremendous here.
Yeah.
It's not as inferior to anybody else. But having said that, you know, it's been a long journey for everybody here.
Yeah.
So rehearsals में तो I would say, you know, every great सोनू निगम भी शायद स्किल के बाहर जाते होंगे, you know, rehearsals में. So we are who are we, you know? तो ये तो होता ही है.
Okay.
And so being the level what we are in, तो वो होने ही वाला है.
अच्छा.
That will be on stage also. But how we cover up now, that's the main thing.
Yeah. Very diplomatic.
Very diplomatic, but I can share, like,
Yeah.
because I've known
One share.
Hemant ji for so long.
Yeah.
He's too shy to share it,
Yeah.
but I'll share it. It's an observation, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, geared up to play the next song, and singer, he's given, usually we look towards Hemant ji and Cloyd, for the starting scale to pick up the song.
Yeah.
And they give the scale, and the singer started on a completely different note.
Yeah.
And you can hear Hemant ji in the background trying to find the scale on the key. Teet, 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 teet. Poor Cloyd is looking confused. Hemant ji,
What, like that?
फिर से start करो. I mean, such great stories, Hemant ji. Thank you for sharing these with us.
Thank you.
I can see this very interesting instrument
Oh,
on
yes.
the table.
Yeah.
ये क्या है? और आप प्लीज इसको एक बार हमें बजा के दिखाओगे?
Demo.
Demo.
Yeah,
ही
पहले
दे
इसके बारे में बताओ थोड़ा
हाँ.
यार.
नहीं, it's called इसका people call it as a melodica or a pianica.
दो. Okay.
And this is an instrument like a keyboard,
हाँ.
but you have to blow that.
अच्छा.
So when you
Okay.
blow, then the sound comes in. Otherwise, you can't play like this.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Over to you.
Demo.
Okay.
Huh.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
And about this instrument, I'll tell you one thing, that this is the first time I have opened this instrument. It's a brand new piece, and it's been blessed by Sandhya Rao.
Yes.
So yeah. What song I should play?
That Omkara one. That not Omkara.
नहीं.
What is that? ऐसी उलझी नजर तुम.
Dil to Bachcha Hai
हाँ,
Ji.
Dil
Dil
to
to
Bachcha
Bachcha
Hai
Hai
Ji.
Ji. Yes.
All right. Here we go.
Wow.
Sorry for the mistakes.
Oh, we
How cool.
cannot identify any mistake. That was amazing, and thank you for doing that impromptu
Yes.
for us.
Thank you.
That was fabulous. I just want to ask. I had one last question for you before we let you go, and that was around this show that you're doing with Suneri Yade, a cassette in my Walkman. Can you tell us about the show in a very quick brief?
Quickly, it's going to be a very different show. Starting from the poster. The poster is absolutely different. You find all the posters are generally having the photographs of the you get the tribute or whatever it is, photograph of musicians or singers, artists. But this one doesn't have anything like that.
Yeah.
It's totally different. The name itself is very, very catchy. A cassette in a Walkman. And this is probably takes you to the journey when the generation where they have grown up with cassettes and Walkman and some lovely songs, and it's going to be projected a different way musically as well. And as the live sound gives you that transcends to a different level, so you need to experience that to come and watch. It's totally different.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Thank you so much, Hemant ji, for being here. And it was a pleasure to have you. Do check out Cassette in My Walkman on the 6th of May at 6:30 p.m. at Dottie Winston Center. But also do check out Backstage Nonsense. We've got a lot of episodes that have wonderful artists in there. So do go and check out us on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google
Facebook.
Podcasts, Facebook, everywhere.
Yes,
We're there.
Instagram.
Yeah.
And remember to follow Hemant ji on his Facebook page. Hemant Thaker, you'll see some nice videos of him playing live. So make sure you check that out too.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.